Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We are doing another monthly budget update recap. In our last video, we went over the averages over 3 months of what we were spending because I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little bit embarrassed to share with you what the month of May looked like because it was not pretty. We finished May in the negatives by $2,348.11. Pretty embarrassing. Pretty bad month. Also not our worst month because we have a little bit of a spending problem. And I'm gonna be honest with you, our spending problem isn't what you would normally think it would be. Like, oh, we're buying shoes and clothes and handbags and makeup and stuff like that. We're pretty good when it comes to those sorts of categories. It's usually just the every day-to-day spending that kind of just gets a little bit out of hand and a lot of socializing as well. So that was what May looked like. But I did promise you in our last video transparency and that we were going to take a really good hard look at where our money was going and how we were spending it. So we're doing that today. Speaking of taking things on board, we also received a comment saying that we had a lot of miscellaneous spending and that we weren't categorizing our Amazon purchases. And I did say that I was going to get better at that. So this month we also took that on board too. And you'll be able to see a more accurate idea of where our money is going because it'll be all categorized properly. One more thing before we get into all of the breakdowns on our income, where we're spending it, etc., and how we're saving our money. I just want to say a quick congratulations to my lovely partner Josh, who got a new job. He's starting a new industry and it's just around the corner from our house. So congratulations, sweetie. But it's also going to make a difference in terms of our spending, in terms of fuel, etc., because he will be closer to home. So without further ado, let's get into it. I first want to talk about one of the comments that we received last week. Before I get into the numbers and our income and what we were spending, I do just want to say a quick thank you to everyone that left a comment on our last video, especially Saram. I'm going to put the comment up on the screen for you because it is a bit of a longer one, but it was really important for us in our spending and understanding where our money was going. And we did ask for feedback on our current budget and what we were spending things on. And Saram really did that for us and made us able to be aware of where our money was going. So Saram pointed out that we both get $100 a week to spend on whatever we want and that we were slipping in that regard and we were spending from our joint accounts. So moving into the month of June, we were really aware of this kind of discretionary spending that we shouldn't have been doing. So thank you for that, but also some feedback on our spending when it comes to food. It is or was extremely high. It was $1,500 for the month, which is about $350 a week. And Saram said that if we got really disciplined about eating out less and takeaways, that there was room to save hundreds of dollars. And you were absolutely correct. So we were also really mindful about that moving into the month of June. So thank you so much for that comment. And honestly, those comments were really helpful. So please keep them going. There's still so much room for improvement with this budget and how we're spending. So keep giving us that feedback. It was really helpful. Okay, the fun part, income. So our total income this month was $11,233.33. Now, this is a little bit higher than we usually get, and that is because I was paid for a brand deal that I did months and months ago, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't even think I was going to get paid that out. Brand deals are very few and far between for me. I find it really hard to juggle with my full-time job doing all of these brand deals. That has gotten a little bit easier though, because by doing this, I found that I actually do have a little bit more time and energy to put towards this. We also received our Victorian government rego refund this month, which was $183. And if you're in Victoria and you haven't claimed that yet, please do. We were supposed to receive 2 of these payments because we have 2 cars and we submitted 2 forms. Oddly enough, I've only seen that we've received 1, so I still need to chase up where that payment has gone to, but these numbers reflect just the 1 repayment of the $180. So also on the point of income, I realized as well that my pay since starting my new job hasn't been as high as I thought it would be. I had a conversation with a friend and we were comparing incomes, which is really important to do. And I encourage everyone to have these conversations with your friends, because if I didn't have this conversation with my friend, I wouldn't have realized that my income was slightly lower. So I had to do some investigating onto like where my money was going. Turns out I didn't tick the tax-free threshold when I applied for this job. So I've been taxed at a higher rate. Hopefully I get that back at tax time, but we will see. That is resolved now as of the 1st of July. So I expect to see our income go up a little bit more in terms of like money into our bank. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the bills, and I'll try and make this quick because they're usually the same. This month is slightly higher, and that is because of my annual car insurance that had to come out this month. But before we get to that, let's just run through the list. So our mortgage was $3,405. Our water bill was $260. Electricity was $228. Internet was $109. Phones were $140. Land rates were $206. House insurance was $126. I still need to look into that because I think that is too low. And then my annual car insurance, which was $1,100. So the annual car insurance was a big one and not one that I was expecting because I completely forgot about that one. But next month that expense will disappear completely. So hopefully we will see a bit of a difference and hopefully more savings next month. I will be putting aside money for the car insurance from now on. That probably won't come in these videos, it'll just be taken out, but that money is being put aside. So that was all of our income. Let's get into the variable spending because this is where a lot of the issues happen. Okay, so our total variable spending for the month of June was $4,122.91. This seems like a lot, and it is. But compared to the month of May, we're down $2,114.67. So May was $6,237.58. So we have improved. Now I'm going to break down every category of variable spending so we can see the areas in which we improved. And hopefully you guys can give your feedback on where you think there is still room for improvement, because there always is. We will start off with groceries. So in June, we spent $816. In May, we spent $642. So there is a difference there of $173. Because we spent more this month. I'm not too worried about that though, because we did prioritize eating at home a little bit more, and we also had that Costco haul where we stocked the freezer of meats and stuff like that. So I'm actually really happy with the $800 spent on groceries. This one I am proud of. For takeaway in June, we spent $133, which is amazing because there is a difference of $300 compared to the month of May. So yay, go us. We introduced a weekly takeaway rule, so we're only allowed one takeaway a week, which I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, you shouldn't be getting that takeaway at all. Honestly, we work really stressful jobs. I think if a Friday evening we get some takeaway, bless us, we're trying. Let's go kind on us. Let's be easy on us. And hopefully we will get that down further in the future. But for June, $133 on takeaway, I'm really happy with that. Eating out was pretty much the same as May. And that is because we wanted to celebrate Josh getting his new job. So I would do it again. I'd do it again. Fuel this month was interesting. We actually spent more in June than we did in May. I'm really not too sure why that is. In June, we spent roughly $300. In May, we spent almost $200. So there was a difference there of $116. But I think with next month, Josh starting his new job, working really close to home, that will come back down. But I'm interested. I've been trying to think, I'm not too sure why that is, but it is. Entertainment, June we spent $0. Yep, we really prioritized spending our super bucks on entertainment, and that really shows in this here because May we spent $300, this month we spent $0, so go us. Okay, health, bit of a spike here. But we have really been trying to prioritize our mental health and our health. So there were a few specialists and GP visits as well. But in June, we spent almost $800. In May, it was $570-ish. So there is a difference there of $200, but you really do need to take care of yourself. Pets, we've come down in June. We spent $67 on our pets in June. In May, it was $113. And the biggest portion from June's budget was on an automatic feeder because Asha needs to lose some weight. So we got her an automatic feeder. I'll pop it up here. Don't get it though, because we're actually going to return it. It's putting out too much food at odd hours that we don't have programmed in. So we're going to return that to Amazon. Travel, $0. Go us. Go the month of June, $0. In May we spent $14. Not the biggest savings, but you know what, that's a win and I'm gonna take it. Subscriptions, we did go through our subscriptions and get rid of a few. I was paying for the family binge account, but we don't need that. So subscriptions have come down to $26 in the month of June compared to May, which was closer to $70. So that was all of our discretionary spending. I'm pretty impressed with that. I know there's still room for improvement and we will be mindful of that. I expect the fuel to come down a little bit because of Josh, and we're really trying to be mindful about using our super bucks. So hopefully next month we can get that down even further. I'm also thinking we might implement a no spend month for the month of July. It's a few days into July already, but even if it's just a fortnight to start with, or even a week. So make sure you stay tuned for that in the next monthly recap, because I think that's something that we're both really excited to do and try. I did promise you guys that we were going to really categorize our Amazon spending, but I just wanted to run you through what we spent on Amazon in the last month in June. So there was $50 on the automatic feeder for Asher, which we will return, but we will replace. So that's kind of girl math that. No money lost, no money spent. We bought a birthday present for our nephew, Charlie, and it was this little digital camera. So Josh was racking his brain about what to get Charlie. He's 3, by the way. And we just nothing was really hitting, and I just suggested, you know, well, Josh, you really love photography and film and stuff like that. Why don't you get something for him to play with that, you know, you both have a shared interest in? So we found him a little digital camera on Amazon. It was like $40, and we gave it to him, and it was an absolute hit. He picked it up really quickly. It was really intuitive. He was running around taking photos. Charlie's mum even said what a great gift idea this was, and that she's gonna steal the idea for birthdays to come. So if you need a 3-year-old's birthday present, I highly recommend this one, and I will leave the link in the caption below because it's really good. It even has this screen that pops up so you can take selfie photos. Yeah, it was such a good gift, such a hit. Love that. We spent $38.99 on cat food, $21.99 on some vitamin C because Josh was really sick for a while there. Sometimes it's just easier to get things off Amazon as well, instead of having to if you're not at home, to put it on the list to go to the shops and get it. We just get it on Amazon. We do pay for Amazon Prime, so free shipping, which is great. Now, because Asha is not well and she's overweight, she stopped grooming herself completely. She started getting mats at the back of her, at her bum basically, and I had to cut them out, and I was like, this will not do. And so we needed a brush in order to kind of just keep on top of it so she doesn't get these mats. I was speaking to my friend and she suggested, it's actually right in front of me. How handy is that? She suggested this. She has one for her dog. It is a brush that kind of brushes the hair, but also has blades on the inside. So if there are mats or knots or anything, it just swiftly kind of breaks them apart. This is amazing. Highly recommend. I will also link this below as well. So good. Sometimes I just do just a few passes just to get, just to get a little bit of hair off of her. She loves it. It's great. I thought she might hate it. I only have good things to say. We get our kitty litter off of Amazon just because it's really good. So that was $9.89. And we also needed some toothpaste. So that was $5.50. So not too bad. Nothing insane on there. I think it was such a win for Charlie's birthday present, being so affordable, $40 for a 3-year-old's birthday. I'm really happy with that. If we went to Kmart or Target, we probably would have left with a $150 gift because you get so excited when you're in the kids' toy section. So good. And like I said, I'll link all of those Amazon products down below if you're interested, except for the cat feeder. You don't want that. But stay tuned for next month. I'll give us a little recap and let you know the feeder that we find and if that one is good or not, if you're in the market for one. Okay, let's do a little recap on how June stacked up against May and where we made significant changes. So in May, we spent $1,500 on the house. That was on some lighting that we're going to get installed in the next week. So that will be a cost that we will have to absorb in the month of July. But we spent $1,500 on lighting and a fan for our bedroom. Josh got this through work, so we did get a significant discount on that, which was such a win. But in June, we only spent roughly $50 on the house. So that was a difference of $1,450, $70. Pretty good. Going out and drinking, in May we spent $470. In June we spent $32. Pretty happy with that. I'm not too sure where that $32 came from in June though, because we were really diligent about spending our super bucks. That may have been a bottle of wine for the two of us. Gifts, in May we spent close to $300, $276, and in June we spent $54.95. So that's a significant decrease, $221. Pretty happy with that. And I think that's because we purchased it online. We were able to make a more conscious decision about the gifts that we were buying. Beauty, in June, I spent $0. Pretty good. In May, we spent $91.45. Parking and transportation, in May, we spent $115. This month, we spent $47.80. That was on an Uber back from a friend's house instead of going out and spending $150 on drinks and food. I prioritized going to my friend's house and having an at-home dinner so I could justify the $47.80. Love to know your thoughts on that one though. So I mentioned earlier that in May we spent $2,348.11 over the amount that we made, so we were in the negative. And in June, we saved $1,444.61. That's how much we had left over. So we had a difference of $3,792.72 in a month, which I'm very, very happy about. And I'm very impressed that we were able to do that. So go us. I will note though, that is because the majority of that was for the lighting and that was a one-off payment, but I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back. Okay, so our biggest win in the last month was takeaway. We saved $333 on takeaway by implementing our weekly takeaway night rule. So I'm very happy with that. Another thing that worked was socializing. So like I said, I really tried to prioritize hanging out with friends at home as opposed to going out to a bar or a restaurant. And I was really able to save, or not save, but not spend more than my $100 a week spending money, and just better tracking and being mindful of what we're spending our money on. So the Amazon stuff as well, going to the shops, and yeah, just all of your comments were really helpful. So I cannot say thank you enough. And yeah, please do keep them coming. So a few things that we had to spend this month was on health, which was higher than expected, around the $800. The annual car insurance, which was the $1,100. So those things we had to spend. I don't want to say that we didn't go well, because I am really impressed with how we went this month, and those things, there wasn't really much we could change about that. Health and insurance, they're really important things that we need to have. I do think we can go a little bit harder on our subscription audit, just overall bringing our bills down. So that's something that we are looking into. So the bottom line is our income was $11,233. Our bills came to $5,626.72. Our variable spending was $4,122. So our total spend was $9,788.62, which means our money left over was $1,444.61. Yay! So now that we have some money left over, we need to allocate it to our goals. We have two main goals, which is our wedding fund and our offset account. So our wedding fund, we want to get to $15,000. We're able to keep our wedding costs really low because we are going to have our wedding on a private property. So yeah, that's our goal for our wedding, $15,000. And we also want to add an extra $30,000 on top of that to our offset account. Hi, Trashy baby. You want to be in a video? Show everyone your little maps where I had to cut them out. Come here. Come on. Dang up. Okay. Well, you can't sit there. Oh yeah, you want to be in a video, do you? Our offset account, we have a goal of putting an additional $30,000 into that on top of our wedding fund. So with our leftover $1,400 roughly, we're going to put all of that into the wedding fund, which gives us a progress of 9.6% of our goal. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Would have been great to get that to 10%, but that's okay. We're gonna do better next month, and we're adding $0 to our offset account. I will say our wedding fund is in our offset account just to really reap the benefits of that. But for this sake, we're gonna separate them. So our overall goal is $45,000, which gives us a progress of 3.2% across the board. But like I said, we're gonna put all of that money into our wedding fund. Okay, so next month, a few things to keep an eye out on and for me to be mindful of. Hopefully we're going to lower our fuel spending because Josh will be working just around the corner. We won't have a one-off payment for our annual car insurance, which is great. I'm hoping that the tax-free threshold issue that I was having with my pay is resolved. I won't know until I get my first paycheck, which will be tomorrow. So hopefully I'm seeing that number go up a little bit. I'm also hoping that our spending at Coles and Costco is going to be a little bit lower because we still have some leftover meat, but we will see. I do an audit on that. Hoping to get a subscription audit done and really get those as low as possible. Sticking to our weekly takeaway rule as well, because that was really beneficial, and continuing to categorize our Amazon purchases as well, and hopefully those will be lower too. Okay, so that was everything. That was our income, our bills, our variable spending, the total amount that we saved, and our biggest wins. Thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you so much for your feedback on our previous video. This is only our second video in this series, and it's already showing that it's making such a positive impact on us and our spending and our savings. So thank you so much. Also, if you have any tips on how you save money, on how you make additional money, anything like that, it can be as simple as, like, you know, when you go to the office and you see a coworker and they say, oh, thank goodness I filled up the car last night because I knew the fuel was going to be more expensive this morning. I don't know how they know that. I guess the fuel goes up on a certain day. I'm not too sure, but it could be as simple as that. Just simple ways that you save money during the week. You know, it could be, I think Woolworths changes their sales on like a Tuesday or something like that. And so like checking everything on a Tuesday and the prices, then just knowing that they're going to go up. I don't know, but I will take any and all of the help that I can get, because I read all of the comments. Not that there's many. I think there was 10 on our last one, but I read them all and they're so helpful. And also, before you go, if this interests you, we did a little vlog going to the new K-Home store. If that interests you, please go watch it, because we put a lot of effort into that and we got like 0 views. But we are gonna try and do more videos outside of the budgeting stuff, and Josh really likes doing the vlog style stuff and like getting out and about, and we had a lot of fun with that one. Josh even makes an appearance and does like a little tech review of the new K-Home. So if that interests you, please go and give that one a little watch. But that is it from me for this month. Thank you again so much for watching and for all your comments, and I will see you in the next one. Love ya. Bye.